the first ballot Hall of Famers, it's one of those things, dude. Like it's like when the schedule release comes out. We already know who plays who and who plays who where. We just don't know the when. We already know these people are first-year eligible. We just don't know when they're getting in, okay? Right. But now the list of 122 modern-era nominees for the Football Hall of Fame class of 2022 came out today. There's 122 of them. Oof. But the first-year eligibles, you got 4 wide receivers, and you can make a case for every last one of them. Anquan Bolden, Steve Smith, Andre Johnson, Devin Hester.
Oh.
I think they all get in, but just not on the first ballot.
Devin Hester belongs in that building, man. And I know you're going to hear some pushback.
I think you're right.
Definitely.
Offensive linemen, Jake Long and Nick Mangold. Little Michigan-Ohio State right there. Defensive backs, Antonio Cromartie will be there. I hope he gets in one day just to see the parade. Defensive linemen, Robert Mathis.
That was a ride-home joke for TJ.
Vince Wilfork.
Vince Wilfork deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Here's one that I think is the one that leaps out for the definite first ballot. DeMarcus Ware.
It's my guy, man.
That's
my guy.
He's the only one on that list, really.
DeMarcus Ware. So, some wide receivers who are, eligible again that should be in also. Torrey Holt deserves to be in. Reggie Wayne deserves to be in. Hines Ward deserves to be in.
Definitely. Yep.
You know what I want to pound the table for? Rod Smith, the Denver Broncos.
Rod was nice.
Undrafted.
Rod was nice.
Right?
Yep.
Running backs, Sean Alexander, Mike Allstott, Tiki Barber, Mike Allstott, Ernest Biner, Larry Centers, Corey Dillon, Eddie George, people.
Eddie George deserves it.
Priest Holmes, Steven Jackson, Jamal Lewis, Eric Metcalf, Lo Neal, Fred Taylor, Herschel Walker, also a kick returner, Ricky Waters, Brian Westbrook.
No love for Roger Craig?
Well, I think his 15 years are up. He's now in a different category.
You could pound the table for Lorenzo Neal as a fullback getting in there.
Tony Baselli deserves to be in. He was a finalist last year. Could this be the time? It's just time. They just put him in already.
Yeah.
Jared Allen. Jared Allen has some tremendous statistics, boys. Richard Seymour. What if Seymour and Wilfork go in together?
They both deserve it. I think they both eventually will at some point.
Yeah, they're both getting jackets.
I mean, they're the cornerstones of that first dynasty on the defensive side.
Yeah. Sam Mills, a returning finalist at the linebacker spot.
It'd be great to see Sam Mills get in.
You know who's also a returning linebacker finalist? I'm hearing so many table pounds for this guy. Is Zach Thomas.
Yeah.
So many of his peers think that he was way above the respect level that many in the fan base gave outside of Miami, obviously.
Well, with Jason Taylor getting in, you'd have to think Zach can't be.
Was he also undrafted?
Patrick Willis was not a finalist last year. Rondé Barber and Leroy Butler are returning finalists from last year.
Fifth round for Zach Thomas.
65 offensive players, 46 special defensive players, 11 special teams players. The list I kind of just breezed through there. No relation to Drew. 25 semifinalists. That will be cut down in November. 15 finalists in January. And in addition to the 15 modern era finalists, senior finalist Cliff Branch, how about that? Contributor finalist Art McNally. I haven't seen this. They have a coaching finalist. Is this new?
It's Dick Vermeil, right?
Yeah.
It's
Is it him?
Is that new?
Because that would be great. Dick Vermeil belongs in the Pro Football
I saw
Hall
that.
of Fame,
Was it
man.
last week?
And I know that Mike
Yeah.
Shanahan won more. I know Mike Shanahan's won more.
He should be in too.
Super Bowls, but Dick Vermeil, I'm getting goosebumps. I didn't see that. When did they announce that?
I feel like that was
missed it.
last week.
Yeah, it was.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
Dick Vermeil has been around forever, and his speech will be phenomenal.
Amazing.
And the number of football lives, the number of football lives that he has touched.
Yeah.
Big time, man. Big time.
Love it.
Big time.
All right. So we're going to
84
get
years
Dick
old,
Vermeil.
man.
We're going to get Cliff Branch, Dick Vermeil, and a ref, Art McNally, is going to be the first official in the hall.
How about that?
Oh.
So the first bust with zebra stripes. They got to have that, right? You got to have the shirt on, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
You know, Rich, you were just still doing Tokyo Gold when the induction happened, but I said I felt like really sad that it took Tom Flores that
forever.
long
Yeah.
to
At
get
least
it. And
he's
I agree. The same thing with Dick Vermeil, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
84 years old.
Especially when you're above ground. Let's go.
Let's
Put 'em
get
in.
them in there, man.
Above ground.
if they're going to go in anyway one day, put them in.
Well,
while they're alive.
now you're going to have coaches are not going to be going up against players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there's a coaching finalist every year, so that should clear
Awesome.
the decks for some more that deserve to get in. Like Holmgren deserves to be in too. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.